Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of 1990's Represent. We're now entering our third cycle of 1991, starting off with an album. And this episode, we're talking about the Black Album by Metallica, an amazing heavy metal album. I think it's their fifth album, yeah, because there was, what was it, Kill 'Em All, and then I think it was, Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master Puppets, and Justice for All, and then this. So yeah, fifth studio album. Listened to it again very recently, and it still holds up. Still an incredible album. I have some notes here about it. We're gonna go through those, and then like we do with the album videos, we get to like the track list and all that kind of stuff too. So let me get my notes here. All right, so here we have Metallica, the Black Album, just self-titled, but basically everybody calls it, basically it's collectively called the Black Album just because the cover was pretty much just black with the logo and the snake on it. But first released August 12th, 1991. Had to put a bookmark here in the notebook because I got to go back to the Nirvana entry because this album came out along with a bunch of other amazing albums, like very short, are released very shortly next to each other. So we actually just get to that page in the notes because I have that in there as well. So we're not quite back there. Almost got to it. Let's see what we got here. So this is part of the 7 albums that were released within 44 days of each other. Obviously including the Black Album by Metallica, 10 by Pearl Jam, Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion 1 and Use Your Illusion 2, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blood Sugar Sex Magic, Bad Motorfinger by Soundgarden, and Nevermind by Nirvana. All those albums were, again, released within 44 days of one another, which is pretty incredible. Anyway, back to the Black Album there, Metallica's 5th studio album overall. Slower and I think just like still a heavy sound, but like more refined and slower than their previous albums, and Justice for All, Master Puppets, amazing albums. Just has this kind of very raw, kind of like thrash metal sound to it. They kind of went away from the thrash side of things with the Black Album. They toned down the kind of just like the speed, I guess if you want to call it that, the speed of the music. A lot slower, but still like really heavy. Basically, like a lot of more songs that are almost, don't want to call them ballads necessarily because they're still fairly heavy, but the vocals have also kind of been like slowed as well. Or James Hetfield is singing them obviously like more deliberately, I would say. But yeah, slower than the previous ones. There's a bunch of singles released for this album, some of which, or pretty much all of them, have become just iconic Metallica tracks. Like those singles include Enter Sandman. That's an absolute classic right there. It's track 1 on this album. You have The Unforgiven, again, slower, but basically has become a classic for them as well. Nothing Else Matters, again, slowed down from what previous albums may have sounded like. Wherever I May Roam, and then Sad But True. And a lot of those, pretty much all of them, have become kind of just classics. Like you could probably put those all in a greatest hits album for Metallica, and they would be right at home right there with them. As of 2012, 16 platinum, 16x platinum. So basically 16 million copies sold. I think I remember reading somewhere worldwide now it's like up to 30 million, because that was as of that's just the RIAA, so that's just the North American, or at least the American side of things there. So incredibly successful album from them commercially. It charted very well. I think it got pretty high on the Billboard like 200 or whatever it is back when it came out. So very successful, both critically and commercially. We'll get to some of the reviews in here a little bit later. This was produced by Bob Beck, and there were some issues with him, I think. Like they were kind of at odds with the band for a while, but he is credited by Jason Newsted for helping him develop kind of the bass sound for this album, and also raising the volume on the bass, because I think the Jason Newsted's first album with Metallica was "And Justice for All," and the bass on that album is basically inaudible. You can't really even hear it. So the new producer Bob Beck basically got the volume of the bass so you can at least hear it and have it complement the other instruments as well. Let's see here. That was about Jason. You said Lars claims he also went back to a more basic form of drumming. I think he said he was kind of growing tired of. I think he said they were paradimals. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but he said they're kind of just boring to play live because basically, did some research on these, and basically it's the like one note on like your with your hand, like you're alternating. Like it's instead of it being like right left, it's like or yeah, sorry, right is this one here on the video because it's showing up in the left, but like maybe like right, or left, right, sorry, left, right, left, left. So basically, like it's like that. So kind of basically, he said he didn't really enjoy playing that style live, so he went back to a more just kind of simple drumming style. Lars is probably like I think he's a solid drummer. He's not amazing, but I think he definitely fits in with what he's doing very well. I remember he played at the Taylor Hawkins tribute concert, the one I went to in LA, and I think some people were there was like some interview he did after where he was basically saying he kind of knows his skill set and he's comfortable within that skill set, but he basically knows his limitations on what he can do on the drums, and I definitely like admire that because he's not trying to go out and be flashy and do just crazy stuff. He's very solid at what he does, and he does it. I think he does it fairly well. There's definitely better drummers out there, but I think his fit in Metallica actually like complements them very well instead of having like a more flashy drummer or something like that. So we got the drumming there. The band was kicking around the sorry about that, kicking around the album title of Five because it would be their fifth album. But they then just went with the calling it Metallica, and then of course everybody just called it the Black Album after that. Let me bring up sorry, excuse me. Bring up some quick just review scores, and then we'll get to the track list here. So very well received critically. AllMusic has it at a 4.5 out of 5. Chicago Tribune looks like has it at a 3.5 out of 4. Encyclopedia of Popular Music has it at a 4 out of 5. B plus from Entertainment Weekly. LA Times commonly gives it a 3.5 out of 5. Music Hound Rock has it at 5 out of 5. Pitchfork has it at a 7.7 out of 10. Q only gives it a 3 out of 5. Rolling Stone has it at 4 out of 5. And Select also has it at a 4 out of 5. So overall, very good reviews. I don't know where I necessarily rank this in their discography. To me, it's like easily for me in in the top three. Like I think Master of Puppets is in there. This is definitely in there. I don't know what I would put in my top three overall, but I think like Master of Puppets and this one definitely are. They went with shorter songs on this album because like they were saying kind of like previous album and Justice for All had a lot of songs that were just very long. So they kind of refined their songwriting, made the songs a little bit shorter, maybe a little bit more palpable. So like they said they weren't really concerned with radio play, but they wanted to just make shorter songs anyway, based on how many somewhat long songs were on their previous albums. So again, radio play wasn't really part of that, but they just wanted shorter songs overall. We're now going to get into our track list here. Let's see what the running time on this album is. That's an hour and 2 minutes roughly. And we have here 12 tracks. Again, hour, 2 minutes. Track 1 is Enter Sandman. Again, that's just an absolute iconic Metallica track. Track 2 is Sad But True. Another very solid song there. Track 3 is Holier Than Thou. Track 4 is The Unforgiven. Much a slowed down song, but it's one of the longer songs on the album. It looks like it comes out not the longest, but it's like a little over 6 minutes. But definitely slowed down from kind of like how it may have sounded had it been recorded, like maybe an album or two earlier. So track 4 is The Unforgiven. Track 5 is Wherever I May Roam. Again, an awesome, just iconic track there. Track 6 is Don't Tread on Me. Track 7 is I almost said Through the Nether. Through the Never is track 7. Track 8 is Nothing Else Matters. Again, more slowed down, but just still hits very hard. That was track 8. Track 9 is Of Wolf and Man. Track 10 is The God That Failed. Track 11 is My Friend of Misery. And track 12 is The Struggle Within. So, again, 12 tracks, hour and 2 minutes. Longest track here on the album being, I think, My Friend of Misery, which is 6 minutes, 49 seconds. Wherever I May Roam is up there with 6:44. And then The Unforgiven, 6:27. And Nothing Else Matters at 6:28. So, some kind of longer songs on the album, but not as long as some of the songs off of, like, And Justice for All or anything like that. But overall, it's just an amazing, solid album. It would take them, I think, 5 years to do an album after this, because I know they did this album in 1991, and then I want to say 1996 was Load. Load was all right. Had a couple decent tracks. I remember, let me just actually click on that. We may do that album at some point when we get to 1996, but it definitely pales in comparison to the Black Album. Because I want to say is King Nothing on that one or something like that. Yeah, King Nothing is on Load, and so is what was it called? Until It Sleeps. Those are the two, I think, big songs that I remember off of that album. But again, Load is decent, but it definitely doesn't even come close to the Black Album or like Master of Puppets or anything like that. Black Album is just absolutely like top tier Metallica in my opinion. But that is going to do it for this video. We'll be back again in a few days. We'll be doing a movie, and then we'll be jumping into a video game. After that, we'll move into 1992, and then, like we do with the rest of these cycles, go all the way back through 1999 and then start over again. But that's going to do it for now. So remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll see you again next time. Thanks again for watching. Take care and have a good one. See ya.